All right. In 1773, on this day, the second Rebbe, the Mittler Rebbe of Dov Ber, born into this world in 1773. In 1827, which is 54 years later, on this very day, the Mittler Rebbe, the same person, was born on the 9th of Kislev, passed away on the 9th of Kislev. Today is the birth, today is the yahrzeit of the Mittler Rebbe. Again, Mittler Rebbe, second Rebbe. He's the son of the Alter Rebbe, the son of our teacher. And today's his birthday, today's his yahrzeit. The Rebbe speaks at length of the uniqueness of a person that is born and passes away on the same day. Who is the first that we know of it? Is Moshe Rabbeinu Moses, born on the 7th of Adar and passed away on the 7th of Adar 120 years later. That's why we say bis 120 till 120. Well, the Torah tells us 120. And Moses was the embodiment of that. The day that he's born is the day that he passes, which the Rebbe says indicates a complete and full life. A complete and full life. Yeah. The Mittler Rebbe, Dov Ber, is known for taking the Alter Rebbe's teachings, his father's teachings, and making them into the term that's used as Rachayves Hanar, a river, raging river, strong river that flows very powerfully. And he had the capacity to take the Alter Rebbe's teachings, who, when we learn Tanya, great precision in every word. Every word is a golden nugget. And the truth is, by all righteous people and or Rebbes, it's true. But our appreciation is not as great with everybody, but the Alter Rebbe, it's very evident. The Mittler Rebbe then expounded more and more, taking the teachings and just gushing it out, eking out from everything, rivers, flowing rivers that are gushing with divine wisdom. Gushing with divine wisdom. Welcome to Tanya Today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zichron Kadeshim in Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We're still in the fourth essay. It's a lengthy essay to appreciate the uniqueness of mitzvahs that are done in action and Torah teachings that teach us the divine action versus the natural state of the soul that has a love and awe of God, and as it's not attached to doing a mitzvah or studying Torah, but its own love and awe, attachment to God. So any kind of love and awe of God that is intellectually stimulated or generated, right? In other words, when you understand something and you understand clearly the divine wisdom that generate divine wisdom of God's wisdom in this world, and right, and you bring that to your heart, you appreciate in a leaf not the biological wisdom that's there, that too, but even deeper than that, the divine wisdom that's in the leaf. That's more. That's a lot deeper than understanding the biological, makeup of a leaf and understand how, you know, photosynthesis works and allows a leaf to grow and so on and so forth. We have no leaves now. It's winter. So when and that generates from that understanding of the divine wisdom, because everything has divine wisdom in it, because God creates everything through his wisdom. Everything is the vitality is divine wisdom. So when you get that, that's amazing. It feeds and generates your heart that you have a feeling towards God. That's unbelievable. Yet it doesn't come to the divine wisdom that there is in understanding God's teachings in the Torah. Positive commandments, negative commandments, even things that are not applicable have the divine wisdom in them. Even those things that don't have, people say, well, what kind of wisdom? What kind of, no, everything has divine wisdom to it because God animates everything through his divine wisdom. So whatever kind of um, understanding the divine wisdom of God is invested in it. Right. Now, what's the difference between the divine wisdom in understanding the leaf as part of God's creation? Right. Just to bring out, I want to bring out the point over here. The Rebbe Rashab, fifth Lubavitcher Rebbe, was once walking with his 11-year-old son, Yosef Yitzchak, who became our dear Rebbe's, his father. It was his father-in-law, right, who passed away in 1950. He was a Rebbe. And when he's 11 years old in 1891, he was walking with his father in a field, and his father was speaking to him about God's presence, the divine presence of God, the hashgacha pratis, the individual investment of God in everything, and therefore everything is orchestrated perfectly by the divine wisdom above. And the previous Rebbe, 11-year-old boy, thinking about this, meditating upon his father's teachings in a mindless way, shall we say. I don't know if that's correct to say, but let us use those words. Maybe it's not appropriate. Right. He was only 11, but we're talking about someone who becomes a Rebbe. So we were talking about a very lofty soul, even at 11 years old. He rips a leaf from a tree and meditatively is thinking and is just kind of playing with the leaf, and it crumbles in his hands. His father sees this and is shocked. How could he be this way? So to speak careless, thoughtless, what was thoughtless? The creation of God. Just to rip it from its source because it was there and And he was thinking deeply about what his father's teachings about God's presence. And and I wasn't there in that moment, in that act. It seemed insignificant for us, maybe, not not to the Rebbe Shaban, and not for his son's sake. Um, Divine wisdom that's there and that's being crumbled, that's animating, right? But that divine wisdom. So first of all, beautiful story, and of course, the previous Rebbe lauded his father for wow, what a unbelievable, inspiring teacher. He didn't take it in a bad way. Didn't trigger some, negativity at all. Right. Yet, beautiful sensitivity to have. Why? Because the divine wisdom of God is in that leaf that he was crumbling. And he was just speaking about the divine presence of God, and therefore, you know, wanted to implant that notion in his son's mind and heart, in an indelible way. Of course, that's what happened. But the divine wisdom that is there is very concealed. And that's why ultimately he was able to, do that, to rip it from the tree and to crumble it in his hands, as opposed to the divine wisdom of God that is in the teachings of the Torah. There it's openly revealed. It's openly revealed. And that's today's teachings. Actually, I made it longer than what it's quite short. Any questions, any comments? Say hi to Julia in Pennsylvania. April. Welcome, April. Where are you from? Thank you for joining. Joe in Washington State, Zara in Malaysia, Vida and Liba in New York. Leah is in Florida. Irma in St. Martin. Patricia in um, Pennsylvania, if I recall correctly. Fred in Uganda. John, North Carolina. Um, Elise is in West Virginia. Michael in Germany. Jeffrey in Toronto. Gina in Calgary. June in Australia. Diane is in Arizona. Yeah, Kong. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Um, Myanmar. Stan in London, England. Daphne in South Carolina. Simcha is in Florida. Amalita, not certain. Tim is in Texas. Diana in, not certain. Henya Tova, welcome, is in Pennsylvania, if I remember. All right, beautiful. Brett in Pennsylvania, One Star Galaxy, welcome. Maryland in Delaware. Sarah in Texas. Beautiful. All right. Rambam coming up. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you for Chabad Zurich and Kadeshim, Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you